My dear friends, welcome to this session where iron sharpens iron. I know that there is something that we really need to also know. And I know that there's something you don't know, which also you need to know. But for that which you know and you feel like we really need to know, just get to the comment section below. Write it. And I tell you that in the next session, we are going to surely look into each and every comment that you write. In fact, I'm going to follow personally, and that shall be included in our next session. Now, in this session, I'm going to discuss briefly about what is worship. Many times, people confuse worship with singing. And actually, singing is just but one of the ways of expressing worship. It is not a song, though you can worship through singing. Many times when somebody who is a worshiper or who is a minister for a particular service on a Sunday is given the microphone to lead, what comes into their mind when they're told to give us one worship song? Then they know that either the tempo has been reduced and it's something that people have to really cry or something of that sort. But let me tell you that it is not a song, though you can worship through singing. Actually, worship is an act of surrendering your essence to Him so that He, who is God, the object of worship in this case, is glorified. Surrendering your essence to Him. In other words, there must be that object of worship in which you have to surrender your essence to. But in this case, we are talking about God, the supreme ruler of the universe, Psalms 24. When a man worships God, the God's essence that is in him is submitted back to God, such that in the heavens they are like fragrance. In other words, when you worship God, you worship the essence that is in you is transmitted back to Him like fragrance. That is why sometimes when God wants you to worship Him, He makes a demand. You remember the first time that the word worship is being mentioned in the Bible, Genesis chapter 22 from verse 5. Actually, the first time the word worship is mentioned in that Bible verse, where Abraham is going to offer his only son, Isaac, as a sacrifice. It was in that sacrifice that Abraham was going to release himself completely to God, so that everything in him that defined who he was to be surrendered back to God. So actually that one brings us to this simple explanation about what worship is. That it is an act of surrendering your essence to Him. It is until you reach that point of surrendering your essence to Him that you can call it a worship. But when that act of surrendering your essence to Him, who is God, the object of our worship, is missing in your worship, then whatever you are doing, my dear friend, is merely a concert, or you are doing a presentation, or sort of a drama, or entertainment, and what have you. But when you're talking about practical worship, it's something that emanates from within you. Because that essence in you must come from deep down inside of you to Him who is the object of worship. The loudest worship also that we ever witnessed in the entire earth was in Gethsemane, where Jesus said, "Not my will, but thy will be done. Let this cup suffering from me be put away. But even though, let your will be done." So in that given case, you must have this in your understanding. That worship is an act of surrendering your essence to Him, so that He, who is this God, the object of worship, is glorified. So in these areas of our focus, we are going to begin with what is called the worship leader, even though we have 6 areas of focus. And the worship leader is what you're going to look at in the next session. Stay in touch. Don't touch dial as we look forward to this. Don't miss.